splits. I challenge you all to do this every single day, and I guarantee you if you do, your splits will be 100-fold better by the end of this holiday. So in the morning or just before you go to bed, make sure your muscles are nice and warm, and let's get on with the routine. Before we actually go into a split, we need to ensure that each muscle is relaxed and stretched, and that way you'll get your splits down faster. Step 1, stretching our calf and back muscles. First of all, sit up against the wall and make sure your toes and heels are touching. Your legs always remain straight. Arms up and just touch the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. For those of you that are more supple, you walk your hands down and try to get your elbows on the floor, keeping your legs straight at all times. I can't do that, but maybe at the end of this holiday. You can repeat this 3 times. Stretch number 2, side splits. We're going to keep our one leg straight and fold the other one backwards. Keeping it straight back, we're going to pick up our arms, point your toe, keep your leg straight, fold your one arm in, and just lean over sideways. 5, 4, 3. You're going to feel a nice stretch in your hamstring. And up. Arms up, turn to your leg, small toe to the floor, and lean forward. 5, 4. You can try to get your elbows down and stretch as far as you can. Try get that nose on your toe. And back up. You're going to repeat this 3 times. Staying in side split, we're going to do side split pancakes. So arms up, and we're going to reach down as far as we can. Remember, keep your toe turned out, and you'll feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings as well in your hip. And we hold it there for 10. And up. The last half split variation is we're going to go backwards. If you're not as supple, stay on your elbows. If you don't get sufficient stretch that way, go all the way onto your back. So walk backwards, onto your elbows, and you should feel your hips stretch quite nicely. If it's not enough of a stretch, go all the way back and arms out. And come back up. Remember to repeat this on your other leg. We're always lazy with that leg, but that one should receive a bit more attention. Our next stretch is lunges. So what you want to do is stand up, take a nice big step, and go all the way down. Keep your back leg straight, knee towards the floor, and you can support yourself by placing your hands next to your foot. For a deeper stretch, you push your hips down. We hold for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, we go into a rock. And we can do that for 10 seconds. From there, we straighten both legs, head on your knee, and just hold it. And push down with your back heel. After 10 seconds, you can go into a rock. When you're done, go back into lunge. Squeeze those hips down. Push back up. You can repeat this 5 times. Remember to repeat on your other leg. Our next stretch, we go from our straight leg position, and we're just going to walk towards the middle. Make sure your back is nice and straight. Grab your ankles and pull. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Remember, your legs always remain straight. Keep that back straight too. And relax. Repeat that 3 times. Our final stretch before we actually go into a split. So sit on your knees. Place one leg forward. Stay in this position. And just try to put your chest onto your knee. Walk your hands forward. Keep your legs straight. And we hold it. You can hold it for at least 10 seconds and repeat. And come back up. Now it's important with a split that you always keep your hips straight. So if you see you start twisting your hips, rather come back up a little bit and keep it there. It really doesn't help to try to push yourself if your hips go to the side, so keep them straight. I like using a straight line because then we can see them go off center. So we're going to start in this position again. We're going to slide our foot forward and place our hands next to our leg. Now you can see my one foot's a bit off, and then you always check your back knee, tuck it in. When you start doing this, make sure you twist your foot on your heel, twist forward. For those of you who can do this easily, you can raise your front foot, go as high as you can. Also, if you flatten your split, try and move your hands towards your back knee. I'm not able to get there yet, but we're going to keep trying. So the longer you hold your split, the quicker it's going to go down. So try and repeat this for at least 30 seconds and do 2 to 3 repeats on each leg. For our middle split, we're going to start back up in the straddle position. Support yourself, and as you go down, try to get down onto your elbows. Make sure your feet stay in line. Make sure your hips remain in line. A lot of gymnasts would either lean back or lean forward. Make sure you stay above the line. If you're going to go down further, you can open your arms up and lie down on the tummy.